camera just shut off? Why is my computer like this? Let's see. OBS, and then my... where is it? There it is. Yeah. Okay, so maybe my NVIDIA broadcast. Hey Ben, welkom. Geselecteerde camera wordt al gebruikt. Ja, oké, prima. For some reason it thinks my camera is busy. What the actual F? Let me see. Why does it think that? Details. I have 2 instances of OBS running. That's weird. Probably this. If my stream stops, restarting OBS. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So maybe now. Why? So weird. Okay, I guess I'll have to do it without a camera now. For now, because something says it's using my camera, but my camera isn't lighting up. So weird. Okay, so what if I say... just give me the camera. Even that it doesn't want to do. Okay, this off. And then...
Hang about, look out for super guy.
Hey, Penny. For some reason it doesn't want to do my camera. Do I want to crawl under my... Super grand, love it, yeah. Hold on, I need to crawl under my desk for a second. Oh.
Hello there.
There we go. Virtual background, remove, okay. Now, there we go. Man, I think the computer needs a vacation too. There we are. Hope you all had a great Christmas. I had a great Christmas. I got 2 new records. And from the soundtrack from Gladiator, and 1 top 40 hit songs.
Hello there.
I bought myself a Eminem 25th anniversary double album. So yeah, it was a good haul. So yeah, I hope you all had a great Christmas. So let's dive into it. I don't know what's new. Is there anything live right now? Featured, new features? No, we did everything. Oh yeah, Panda had one. He wanted me to play, so let's go and do that. Okay. It's Colorado, I bet. Play. Let's go. How did I guess? So yeah. Welcome. Yep. Saturday stream because yeah, yesterday I was with the family. My entire family was with my sister, so we had a nice day exchanging gifts and such, so that was cool. Let's see, best player on Hitman 3, my favorite map. Yes, Panda is the best player on this map. So he says. Let's see, what is the thing? Injected poison to an unarmed and falling object. Okay, so we need at least 2 poisons. I've already got 1, so let's take another lethal. No. We need poisons to and something falling. Okay. And I gotta be dressed as a militia soldier. Okay. Can I start as a militia soldier? Yes, I can. Okay. Cool. Any shenanigans? No. Okay. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oops, sorry about the ads. Can't help it. Okay, where are these motherfuckers? This isn't poison, okay. Gotcha, bitch. Okay, who's next? Demolition control, unarmed. Garage, injected poison. Okay, so they're at the tar pits, and this is falling object. And he is in the mansion, so we're not gonna go there. He's downstairs. What? Oh no, he's on the same level. Okay, let's go to the right one. He is unarmed first. There. Is that you? Yeah. They're not gonna be happy if I walk in here, right? Yeah. Okay, I see what you did there. I'll just go around. Let's get you over there. Somebody's playing games with me, but I'm cool. He's unarmed, right? Yeah. Alright. Let's put you in the wood chipper. Whoop. Here we go. Who's next? You on the right. You're poison. Okay. Hang about. Look at. Oh, it's nothing. Oh, he saw that. Oh. Okay, so I gotta lure him somewhere else. Maybe here. Okay. We'll figure it out. Ad breaks ending in a minute. Maybe wait for the other people to return. Give them a chance to see the run. Yeah, I just came back from the city. My bike. And it's fucking cold outside. Like, what temperature is it outside? Is it 0 degrees? Yeah. It's 3 degrees, so that's like 35 for you, for my American friends. It was pretty chilly on the bicycle. See, how's the ad break doing? 25 seconds. I'm just waiting for it to end. I hope the how's the game audio microphone balance, because I have a new microphone. Last time it was way out of whack. At -6 last night was a bit cold. Yeah, last night it was like -3 over here, with a wind chill factor from -10. Oh, it was so cold. Okay, so we're back. Ads are done, so let's go.
What the?
Okay. And now we need to go to that dude. Let's not go here. Let's go here. Balance is good. Oh, that's good. Yeah, last time I was using the
Cannot come through here, sir. Please stop.
That's good, sir.
oh shit, I would. Last time I was using the Unify from Rode, because I now have a Rode microphone. But it did something weird with the audio balance, so now I'm just using it directly. I hope my keyboard sounds aren't coming through, because I put a noise gate on it. Yeah. There we go. Which Rode mic do you have? The XM50, I think it's called. So yeah. It's a small mic, it's not too expensive. Wait for him to go there. Okay. Sounds good. That's good to hear. Yeah, I need to listen back to my VOD to be sure. Let's see what I can do. Gotcha, bitch.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Let's put you in here, because I'm not sure if anybody will find you. Okay. He needs to be... Yeah, if I take him here...
You're a beauty now.
They will see. Okay. So what if I take you here? Oh, they heard that. Okay. Okay. What are you? You're an accident falling object. Okay. You can do that. Is he far enough away from them for me to poke him with the pokey stick? Let's see. What if I do this? You, watch over there.
JHQ Delta 49er. We're on.
Ah, they saw that. Oh my god. So he's the challenge. Okay. Okay. We can live with that. Oh. Okay, now I'm just going too fast. That's on me. That's on me. Anything I can take here? Just okay. So he's inside now. There we go. Now he's also not hard. Well, I don't know if he's hard, but he's not hard to kill. Get over here. Yes, I know I still need to kill him, but I wanted to get him out of the way before I did that. Bang. Get over here. There we go. Well, I can take his weapon. Because maybe I need to get rid of some people. So, how am I going to get rid of these people? What if I bring him over here? But then...
We got a possible intruder. Commence his sweep. Out.
Where does he go? Oh, he goes over there. Okay. How the hell do they see that?
Stop it right now. What's going on here?
God damn it.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So they don't see me poking him, but they do see me dragging him. That's... I guess that's a thing now. Oh, gun. Okay. Fruit King. That's, that's something completely different for a second. Oh boy. No, I need to go here. When I want to do demolition. Or is our little friend? Yes. Go over there, please. Alright.
Mogadishu, huh? Hell of a baptism by fire, man. You're telling me. I'm impressed.
What? What is that doing here?
Negatory. This one is not getting up. Over.
Gotcha. Okay.
Go join your own team.
Now I gotta take care of him. What was his problem? Unarmed. Okay. Hmm.
You know, I've been thinking. Schools always talk
Why is he in such a hurry? Hey, dude. Hold on a second.
All right, guys. I just came in here
Jesus,
to
get
check
out my
on
face,
everything.
man.
So you all right?
Sure. What? Evacuate the client. Okay, got it. Now take it.
Oh, dear God.
Exactly as I say. Are we clear?
Roger that.
What the hell? Oh my God, she's got an entire entourage.
Just cross your fingers that the damn thing doesn't fail again.
Come on, we are at destination. Come on, we are at destination. All right, we're digging in, Jake. Set up perimeter.
Voice reception's crap out here. We barely have indoor plumbing as it is. Free boy, huh?
Oh, he isn't responding.
Have a look, see, please.
Switches loose. Old model.
Man, I need something to throw, dump, whatever, and this'll do.
That report, give it to me.
Sure, if it
All
comes to
clear.
that.
Weapons hot.
We're clear.
I need you to calm down, sir.
Yeah, I'll copy that. Big old sheet.
Good job.
Unarmed. Okay. Okay, we can work with this. We can work with this.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
That's from Batman. Did you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? Okay, I think I can get you here.
Hey. Investigating possible disturbance. Over.
Oh, he will see that. Okay.
Christ.
I think I can lure you over here.
Okay, let's stay on the alert.
Fuck. Fuck me, fuck me. Hold on. Need to get you over here.
I still can't believe they're real. Most people are amateurs and idiots.
Hey.
Okay. Go over there. Ah, fuck. Who?
Open up those
They did.
mailboxes. Give me
Why didn't he go over here? Okay. Different strategy. Let's see. Where am I close to? The red barn? Oh. Over here. Yeah, just... we're gonna make him sick. Go. I just gotta remember to pick it up. I gotta remember to pick it up. Okay. There we go. Hey Arna, welcome. Happy Saturday to you. I hope you had some fantastic Christmas days. There's a little sand thing.
What?
Get my seeker. Gotcha, bitch. Okay. Get you in here. Okay.
Mogadishu, huh? Hell of a baptism baptism
What
by
if
fire.
I put you this here and this here?
Telling me. I'm impressed. Of course, you don't hold a candle to Maya Parvati. Training ground.
What?
Okay. You found an indie gem for $1.20. Oh, cool. Indie gems. They do be making some great games. Okay, let's hope this works. It does. Cool.
We are not now. Go join your own team.
All right, all right, all right. That just leaves him with his fast pace. You share the Steam? Yeah. What's the game called?
Oh shit. Permission to go to the
Okay.
bathroom. Right now.
All right. So we can
That. You're embarrassing yourself.
stop that. You're embarrassing yourself. He's go easy on him, lady. He just had a
I just came
bad
to get
muffin or
some
something. Oh, he's going here.
So you all right?
Sure.
If I take him here,
Wanted to make sure
he will
everything was
see.
running smoothly. So, the connection's secure? No weird signals or anything?
No weird signals, no. Connectivity's a bit of a problem, but we're rerouting some
To the stealth platformer. Oh, stealth bastard. Yeah, I have that.
No.
I have stealth bastard the 1 and 2, I think.
Making sure.
It's a cute little game.
Big
Interesting
ears out
puzzles
there,
indeed.
you know?
Yeah. Already have that in my library. Now, can you please fuck off before they...
We're on top of it. No need to worry.
Glad to hear it. If you encounter anything unusual, let me know immediately. Yeah?
Sure, Grace. We'll keep you in the loop.
There we go. Got him. Let me out. Avoid the camera over there.
This camp has increased recently.
There we go. Yep. I'm slow as fuck as usual again. Let's see. How's my friend Argus in 214? Ew. Panda in 329. 414. Okay. That's just me waiting for him to puke. So maybe get him somewhere first, or maybe make them all sick and make them go away. We could have made the woman sick, so she would have fucked off. But yeah, awesome. Well, at least I did beat Manga. Was a cool one, Panda. Thank you. All right, what's next? What is next? Let's see, contracts. What is? Let's search one from the friends list, maybe. Oh, let's see. Shall we pick a map? Paris, just for shits and giggles. Jacques. We did a few from Jacques last time. He has made 100,000 of them. Phoenix. Okay. Fire accident. Okay. Palace staff. I can't knock anybody out, so I have to start as the palace staff. Here. So I need to bring in my own stuff. Let's see, where am I starting? In the kitchen. Okay. So here. Oh, I can't. Oh, I need to pick up basement stairwell maybe then. Yeah. Let's go there then. Tools. Because I need some oil. Unless there's some oil there, but not trusting that for now. Don't need this. Distractions, coins. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Where's Baldy hanging out? That's the big question. Holy shit, he's all the way up there. Level 3 is in the attic, okay.
Yeah, our shift is not done.
Okay then, let's go pick up the
Catering gig is tough.
thing first. Boom, 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 and then we have to get up there somehow. Am I allowed to go up here?
A pleasure as always. And
No.
make sure to join Dahlia and I for
I'm not. Okay.
Hey, waiter.
Because I'm a waiter. That makes it more difficult, right? I can't knock him out, so... The oil barrel upstairs. So either I go up or he comes down.
What are you doing here? No, you
Ah, fuck. That's not gonna work. Where the hell is he?
Go.
Oh, he's on the other side even. Oh my god. I can go one floor lower, go through the outside. Yes. Yes. Okay. I have an idea. Let's hope it works out, right? Go here. Let's go pick up the oil can. But the trick is to pour it out and to get him to step into it. Like this. Okay, so now I need to go up one flight of stairs. And then go over to there. And then I can go around the outside. Just have to throw the briefcase up there. So... he can just ignore me. Oh! Am I on the right floor now? Yeah, I should be. No, I'm not on the right floor. Right? Oh, I am on the right floor. Okay. So go through here. Hey, Shardy. Welcome. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Can I get away with this? Oh crap, I cannot throw this upstairs. Crap.
What? Hank, it's me. I'm hearing suspicious sounds. Hey, you know, I heard that.
See the briefcase and fuck off, please. He's over there somewhere. Yeah, I'm thinking about this all the wrong way. I've got to get to the other side of the building. Ah, fuck me. That's not gonna work. Let's go check out this situation. Let's go check it out. Okay.
Jesus.
Oh, it's him. Coin. Let's see, there is no... Nothing here. Burn. Okay, let's check out the other side. Is there a better way to get up here? They all don't like me. Even if I'm here. Oh, brother.
Command, something's off here in my sector. Stand by while I investigate. Wait a minute. Command, something just 2 seconds.
I can't even be here, right? No.
Sir, you were done.
Trespassing everywhere.
Can't you see I need help?
Take your gas.
How the hell am I supposed to get him with fire? This is a doozy. Anybody of Phoenix did it in 126. How the hell did he do that in 126? It takes longer to get up there. Don't tell me this is something I need to launch. Or something. Hooray!
Merry
Hey.
New Year. Ha ha think.
Thank you so much, Choda, for the 80 months. Holy shit, man, that's a long time. And happy holidays to you, man. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Anybody got any ideas on how I can do this? Because I need to be palace staff, yeah. There's only one way to get palace staff without knocking anybody out, and it's over here. But the palace staff is not allowed upstairs. Where palace staff is supposed to be allowed. What I don't get is what kind of outfit is the one? Is the dude? Hold on, I need to check something. Let's see. Where is this dude? Here. He's palace staff. Why is he? Oh, he's auction staff. Ooh. I need to be palace staff. Okay. I know, I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm just trying to figure this out. Let's see, he's up there, right. Here. Holy shit, it's dark in here. He's here. It's him. Is there a lantern or something I can use to get in here? To what's this? Don't tell me I need to like launch this thing from here up to here. Can I use a Molotov for this? If a Molotov breaks against this window. I want to see what works. Replan mission. Okay. So instead of this, I'm gonna take tools. I'm just experimenting here. Explosives. Bear with me. I'm not trying to cheat. I'm just trying to figure stuff out. Let's see. He is over here. From here, second window. Okay. Okay, he's over there. So if a Molotov would like impact over here.
Move out, people. Understood.
It doesn't really work. Huh? Maybe if it hits the window. Otherwise I wouldn't know what to do, man. Let's see. Over here. I can't. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Let's hit the window over there. Well, I guess that's the explosive kill. Yeah, see, that's not fire, so that doesn't work. And don't think I'm allowed here. Oh, I'm also trespassing here. Well, I can get up here. So I definitely need to... Unless I can make him sick somehow. Where does he go? I think he goes along the attic, down the stairs, across the hallway. There's a bathroom there. The question is, can I get there unseen? I don't think so. The other question is, can I get a... Can I get my oil canister up there? Because this is the top floor bathroom. Is this the Sheik's bathroom? There's the empty attic room. That's where I need to go, so let's put it there. I think that's the way to go. Let's see, tools, distractions, poisons, yeah, you can go there. I don't need this. I need a micro taser because I can do it like this. Yes, yes, yes. Getting up there is not a problem. That's right next to where he is, because this is usually where the axe is. The magician's outfit, if I'm not mistaken. There. Okay. So I don't have to carry it all the way upstairs. This should make it a whole lot easier. Now I can go through the outside. Okay. Okay. Just in case I need a distraction.
You better get the hell out of here, man.
Why are you here?
It was at this moment that he knew.
He fucked up. Okay. I don't want to say I looked, because I didn't. I didn't look. I didn't look. There he is. Oh, fuck me. Ah. And now these two are gonna hang out there. Bugger.
Okay.
Fuck. Fuck. Oh, there's an easier way. An easier way to do this. Okay. I don't really have to bother with these people. Just gotta go up one stairs. Gotta go here. Yeah. Out here.
Terrible. It's good, not great. Far from my finest work.
There we go. Whoop. There we go. Now we can get in here. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. There's some coins here I can use. Cool. Now we just gotta get up here. Stash is in the other one, right? Yeah, there. Right. See pickup. Okay. Good. My hitman is hitmanning. Oh. He's over there. You don't see me. All right. Let's go get the oil can. It's right over here. Cool. Now all we have to do is get in there.
Oh. What? Command, we got a situation. Hey there.
So all we have to do now is get down somehow without getting spotted. Oh, I think we just go back the other way.
That's a positive command. That won't... Roger that. Wilco.
Right. Cool. You all are seeing nothing. It's just a haunted house. Not a big deal. There we go. They're gone anyway, so... Now I can get down here. He doesn't see anything.
Think I heard something suspicious.
No, you didn't. Oh, crap. Ooh. Okay. Get out. Whee! There we go. I'm allowed to be... Oh my god. Why can't you fit through that gap, you fat ass? All right. We've got him, boys. We've got him. Du-du-du-du.
Duh. Winning.
Got him. I gotta be glad not the entire building burned down. There's a fire in the attic made of wood. Not an ideal spot. 2 of 2. Thank you, Penny. Let's see, 511. Let's see how the cheater boards look. Phoenix in 1. How the hell did he do this in 126? Let me guess. He used a violin boost or a muffin boost or something to that effect to get up there, and then he was on the roof, went down and got him like that. Something to that effect. It's gotta be. Well, I did it the legit way. No glitches, no nothing. Just get up there and get the job done. Nice. Let's see. Contracts. What's going on? Let's see. Is anything trending? What's trending now? The naughty list. That's also on Paris. Yeah, I just did Paris. I see if it's Eminem. Why is this chronic? There's probably something with it why I didn't. I'm not even gonna touch that. Austrian painter. Oh, that's on the ICA. It's been a while since I did this one. Just eliminate the Austrian painter Silas Nitzke. Shall I go here? I'll change. Yeah, why not? Been so long since I've done this map. I usually avoid it because it's not my favorite thing to do, but yeah. Where are you? Over there. Okay. Can I shoot you from here? I guess not.
What's wrong with this guy? Playing chess at a time like this? 90 miles. Everything there is out of stand on it. Some kind of psycho. Jasper Knight. Not like normal people. Just him like
He doesn't hear that.
trying to solve some chess conflict.
Okay. I was hoping I could. Okay. Let's check that out. Where is he? He's over here. Is that even hittable from there? Maybe from over here? Yes. Maybe from over here? He's already gone. Maybe if I hurry. Hurry. Maybe I can just nip the edge of him. I also don't know if he's like in somebody's view.
Playing chess at a time like this? He's 90 miles from U.S. story. CIA is hot at his Lord! His hands don't do shit.
Crap.
Hello? Someone answer, please! I need help!
I really want to see if I can't hit him from here. Because it feels like it should be possible. Let's see, let's get on the other side.
What's wrong with this guy? Playing chess at a time like this? 90 miles from the US.
Nope. The timing is just not here.
Some kind of psycho.
Oh well, we'll go up.
Now, this is Jasper Knight. He's not like normal people. Chess to him is like oxygen, alcohol. Does look concentrated. Yeah, as orange juice. Trying to solve some chess conundrum. Apparently, the leader of the castle very aggressive.
Okay, gotta get up there.
Poisons ricin-coated chess pieces. And his biggest concern is that an amateur...
Hello, Private.
Alright, he's here now. Okay.
You gotta be.
Yeah, I think something's off.
Oh,
I thought I heard something. Checking it out. Over.
that doesn't work. Crap.
Man of history. Quintessential good Russian.
Sorry, I got you worked up.
Some reason, lips. Lands in his back. It's on the very night he's supposed to be.
Wait a minute. Command, we might have a situation. I'll check the perimeter. Over.
Gotcha. I was just gotta get out of here. See you later.
You know that guy who flew in from Moscow? He's the real McCoy.
He's the real McCoy. I really wish I could have shot him like from the ground floor, but there's just no way I get there in time. Well, thank you. Number 2 in the globals. Jesus. How? "33 seconds. See, that feels like he's shooting him from the ground floor. See. Nobody from my friends listed, but yeah, it's. See, I think he's shooting him from the ground floor somehow. He's got a shot there. Maybe he's faster. I don't know. But oh well, I'll take it. I'll take it. Maybe I should have waited 3 more seconds to get 47. It has to be with the time. Yeah, it's gotta be. Because then I can see the getting there like 15 seconds-ish. Shoot him, get back, then you're around 30, 33 seconds. That's gotta be it. Let's see, am I missing something? Oh, he's live. A sensation. He's a pain in the ass to get. Yeah, I don't want to spend my time on that right now. If you want to see how I did this one, there's a video of it on my channel. So if you want to go see that, that's over here. So yeah, you can go see that if you want to. There's nothing else live I need to be doing. Kaido Snow Festival. Yeah, I already did this. Challenges, there's no challenge. Yeah, completed. See, I already did that one. Contracts. Okay. Trending. What else is trending? What is this? What's this? Ah, that's another one of these. What? Images for ET. What the fuck is this? These are not... This I want to see. Where are we going? Because he's from Paris. What? What? Okay, this gotta be a modified contract where something is wrong. I have no targets here. Can't even... How can it be trending if that's not working? Report this. Wait, did I select the right one? Yeah, report this. Content is broken. Does that even work? Do they even think with something, do something with that? But yeah. Whatever, man. This looks like scale. Yeah. Yeah, don't feel like that. Pay-per-view. Why all these modified contracts all have the ICA training facility as a thing? So weird. Dartmoor. Cool, buddy. Okay, let's go. Full accident, full accident, full accident. Okay. Everything's got to be hidden. You cannot change your suit. And got to be the gardener. Okay. Gardener it is. Oh. Gonna be nippy here. Gonna... Give me a second. I gotta turn on the heater. Let's see. I don't need this. Doesn't say I can't knock him out. Something to whomp him with. Okay. Let's go see what we can do. Oh, there's an ad running. Crap. It's a contract to get the red suit. Oh, okay. But I already have it. So, let's see. Okay. Does it say that in the briefing? No. Oh, but you know that you need to do these targets for the red suit? Man, I can never remember all that shit.
Madam Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangements for the staged funeral tomorrow. What's the delay?
The
Does that count? Yes. Can I put another one in? He has to be full too. Okay, let's get you over here, sir.
Okay, stay put.
Otherwise, I'll have to push him out there. Oh, he doesn't like me. Ersky, okay.
Is anybody there? Strange.
Well, okay. She's freaking out. She's freaking out, but she doesn't know why. Thanks, Jack. Alright, get out of my way, please. I need to borrow the car.
Hello there.
I was hoping he would topple over into it, but yeah. 1 year. It's your 1 year anniversary. How cool is that? Thank you, man. Thank you for being with me for all year. Number 2 on the globals again. Argus. Of course, Argus. No. Closet dweeb. Aussie? Aussie? That is not our Aussie. Okay. Cool. Sorry, I'm munching on some sweets. Getting a bit peckish. Okay. Cool. Trending. Un contrat a été placé pour éliminer tout cible le plus proprement possible. Fait. Okay, so this is the default text, but this is on. He's on the boat, I think. Don't want to do that. Why is this trending? I did Paris just now. I did this one. ICA facility, Miami. Okay. What's this? Drago challenge. Oh my god. Magic spot method. No, thank you. I like Drago, but no. I'm done with the launch this to get that thing. Sapienza by Sarper. Okay. In the suit with a pistol. Oh boy. Get some French made this contract? Yeah. Yeah. This is one of their languages. It was French. Or at least somebody who had the game set to French. It could be Canadian. Well, I know. Anyway. Gotta get in there in the suit. So, yeah, there's not much I can do just to start here. I guess. It's this. Okay. Let's go send this little elf. Pistol. Okay. No idea where these guys are. Oh, he's a gardener, so he's probably down there. We'll see. I hope these guys are not in the towers. Poltergeist. Oh, they're down there. Okay. And over there. Oh, they saw that. What if I go down here? The first two is not so much of a problem. What if I go down here? Can I get him to go down here? That was the bulletin. Thank you. This was just
31 _ just redeemed bold attempt.
Have you played a contract called Xmas Time, motherfucker? No, not yet. But I can do that after this. Since this doesn't seem too problematic. Wait a second. Wait a second. Let's get the baller. I wonder I can... Ah, they found him. Crap. Ah, that's a bummer. I was hoping nobody would see him from there. That's gotta be the pistol. So bad it wasn't a sniper, because then I could have, like... Huh. Ideas. No. What if... just blow him away with a striker? Just a thought.
The bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Yeah, I hope it pays off.
Waffles _ just redeemed bold strategy, Cotton.
Let's get up here. That's what it... Oh, it's a bit of a large bloom, right?
Whoa. Is that
How does that not kill them? It's gotta be like the most powerful handgun, right? How the hell are they not dead? Oh boy. How did that not kill them? How? Do I have a more powerful handgun? I thought the striker would kill like across the map, right? Or is it because I'm shooting through bushes or something? El Matador. That's piercing. Okay, let's try the Matador. That should be the same, right? The Yanini how sound right? Well, if you can provide it for me. I don't know who Yanini is. Yeah, sure, Penny. Sure. Send it. Let's get Terrible Bloom as well. You go away. Oh, they saw that. They see it. This is not gonna work. That's a bit of a shame. I wish the Matador had a silencer on it. Did you hit shit? Okay. Sure, Penny. Thank you. I can make that happen.
How unfortunate. That will affect your final payment.
Shardy_waffled_ just redeemed. How unfortunate.
Yeah. I know, I'm stubborn. Does he get spotted if I shoot him? That's a real big question. No. He doesn't get spotted. Sorry, dude. Got him. I guess that's one way to get them, right? I gotta stop eating these. Way too addictive. Thank you, Shorty.
Shardy_waffled_ just redeemed.
Number 4. 31 seconds, yeah, okay. Here's the Dengwadi guy again. 46 seconds, missed a chance to get 47 there. And then there's me in 108. How the fuck did I beat Argus? That's not Argus. Yeah. Otherwise he would be here. So that's a glitch in the Matrix. That's not Argus. Argus didn't play this. Okay. Let's see. What did you say that contract was? Xmas. Xmas time, motherfucker. Okay, let's check that out. Mr. Jacques. Let's go see if we can find it. Is it one by Liquid? Game modes, contracts, and then contracts. Look, search. Search. There we go. Morphcast. Okay, soundbite sent. Okay, thank you, Penny. Let's see. Twitch channel. Let's check it out.
How? 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 Never ever be, what?
Oh, this I recognize this one. Yeah, I can definitely add that. I'll add it later. Marcus and Red. So I can easily find it again. Go here, let's put it then. Oh, you recreated it. Okay. Cool. It's Xmas time, motherfucker. It's not cancelled. Ho, freaking ho. Xmas star, X for Xmas star, M for Mali, A for Holiday Fire X, S for SMG. Yes, Holiday X counts. Okay. I gotta take this. I think there's a Christmas star right here. The carpet, I gotta be in any disguise. Okay. The Christmas star I can find. Mali, okay, whatever. Oh my god, I gotta find him. That's gonna be a thing. Throne, and SMG for Smokey Harry. Where the fuck am I finding the Holiday Fire Axe? We'll see. Oop. Just smashed my thing there. Is there a Christmas star upstairs in one of the things? Oh, Santa has one? Ooh. Ooh, okay. I know there's a Christmas star in here.
Cecile, I'm standing outside Play de Valevska, hosting the San Luis Fall Festival.
French.
Hello, sir.
Serious gift. Let's just see. Soda can. Where did the fat man go? Over there?
Enjoy the show.
Look, there he is. That's Novikov, the owner of Sanguine, right there.
Gotta be the SMGs. Oh, he's gotta be. He's in the. He's gotta be the Christmas star. Is that the only place there's a Christmas star, or is there one package near? If I like start. Let's say I'm starting here. No, here. Is there some? No. I don't think there's some. Gotta see. I just gotta go see. There's one more on level 3. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Huh. Wow. Never knew this stuff was so complicated. What's this one for?
Yeah, that's a fireworks remote. Wouldn't touch it if I were you.
No packages here. SMG. Okay. Where did Santa go? Down there, okay. Ah, Wow! Fuck that.
Your turn to take a look.
Okie dokie.
Question is, do I really want to go all the way upstairs for that Christmas thing? Who are you? What's your problem? Holiday fire axe. Yeah, there's explosive snow globes in here. That's what I know. I gotta figure out what this shit is before I can do anything. What's here? That's the hallway. Yes, yes, yes. Need to get going, so have a good rest of the day. Well, thank you for hanging out, Schnitzel. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. And if I don't see you before the end of the year, have a great end of the year. Don't blow your fingers off. And yeah. Have a great weekend. Let's see. Oh, there's a package over there. Yes, motherfuckers. What's in here? Explosive Christmas gift. No. That doesn't work. There's nothing in here. Okay. Let's see what's in here. Oh, that's for the challenge. Okay. Nothing here. I can't just use this, right? No, that's just a fire axe. Oh wait, Santa had the what you said. Santa has the holiday fire axe. So I can get his stuff. Can get him easily. Then maybe I gotta have him. I know he eventually shows up at that fireplace. Do I really want to go all the way upstairs? Level 3. It's here. Is that in the auction room? Dude. Hi. Let's see. Does the tux count as a suit? I could be any disguise. Okay. Let us see. Let's see. Do we have any presents here? No. Anything over here? Anything over here? No. Oh, I can't be there. Sorry. My bad. That's just empty. Okay.
Hey, you! Trespassers will be shot. Hold it right there. Hey, you! You're
On level 3, it's on the balcony. Okay. Yeah, I am on level 3. See, I'm on level 3, but there's no balcony here. Are you sure it's not level 2?
put that body down.
Bugger.
I see him. The safe room is red. Repeat, safe room is red.
There's nothing here. The other balcony, maybe? The other side.
We lost the target.
Aha! Eat Christmas star. Okay, so I know how to get here. That's not a real problem. Okay, so what if I start? Yeah, I can start over here. I was there. Auction balcony. Oh, okay, that's what you said. Yeah, that was too focused on what I needed to do. So, okay, auction balcony. Okay, cool. So it should be here. Right. 3 pieces. Okay, cool. Now, now I need to get down there. This is, am I can, okay. Yeah, I need to go downstairs over here.
Hello, sir.
Hello. He poofed out of existence. Crap.
Hey, you, this is stuff right there, buddy. Hey, no, you can't goof around here, my friend.
Okay. Yeah, I need to take the guard's outfit. That's the best way. Because getting around in my tux is not cutting it. So... I need yours. Your stuff, dude. Okay. Mm-hmm. The problem is... Oh, he just appeared over there. Okay.
Huh.
Oh, he's downstairs. Crap. Over there.
Huh. Wow. Never knew this.
You're the SMG guy, okay.
Target down.
Ah! Santa should be appearing here, right? Sometime. Let's see, what was your thing? Yeah, I gotta get Santa first because I think he is the fire axe. Yeah, see? I gotta wait for Santa to appear. He appears in the room around the 2-minute mark. Okay, that's right about now. Okay. It's 220 basically. Okay. Let's see. And there's the holiday fire axe. Nice. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Why does he have all this breaking and entering stuff on him? Okay, so okay, cool, cool, cool. Yes, yes, yes. I think we have a plan. We have a plan. To break through the chimney? Oh, okay. Chop some firewood on the way. Right, right, right. Pry the rain cover off. Right. I see where you're going with that. Right. Okay. Get this. Cool. Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Gotta take care of this dude.
Okay, listen. Do I know you?
You bastard. I could go down the drain on the balcony, but yeah, that's way too far down. I don't need to be that far down. Doing. Is there a... There's no window to get in there, right? No. No. Bugger.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Doesn't really matter, I think, which stairs I use, because they're both... Because this one doesn't like me either.
What? Hey, mister, who are you again?
Why did you turn around?
Sir,
huh? Why did you turn around? Fucker. Why did he turn to his, like, friend? Gotta be kidding me, man. Why?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Let's do this again, shall we?
Groundhog Day!
I still have the remote taser. Groundhog Day, yes, yes, yes. Okay. You go check that out, will you?
What the?
Cool. Okay. Then we'll go over here. I didn't get the Christmas stars. Sometimes when you're playing Hitman, you feel like an idiot.
Weird.
Yeah.
Shardy _
And it was just dumb.
Weird.
Why are you doing this? Because I need your suit, it's that easy. Okay, don't forget the stars. I only need one, but yeah, maybe for a distraction or something.
Oh, that Miss Margolis. What's her story?
That's Miss Margolis, what's her story? Okay, motherfucker. Go over there.
Oh. Be careful out there.
Why isn't he going?
Okay, what's it? Come in, get some strange noises here. Looking into it. Over.
Ah, he doesn't like me either. Crap. Can you fuck off, please? Still have the SMG. Oh, I need the SMG. Right. Okay. So we're going here. Hey, Marv. Stay.
Target down.
Huh. It was the SMG, right? Yeah. Whew. Okay, that's good. Nice. Let's see. Now we wait for Santa to appear. Doesn't say I can knock anybody out, so bonk. Alright, put you in here. Get the holiday axe. Oop. Cool. That's his problem. Was there a box in here? No. Let's drag him here because there's a dude coming in here sometimes. Okay. That should be good. I broke his neck. Why doesn't that say melee? Oh, do I need a knife for him or something? Oh, what I did was unarmed. You idiot! Yeah, break neck is unarmed. Exactly. Okay. Okay. I'll just melee him with the Christmas star. Not thrown. Slicing his neck. I hope I can get through the thick beard of his.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Got you now, motherfucker. Okay, don't forget the Christmas stars. Okay, I have determined that the left side is easier. See? For some reason it's easier. Gotta get over there. Don't mind me. Gotta get over here. Let's see, he was SMG. Okay.
Target down.
Cool. Just wait for Santa to appear. Oh. That's gonna take a while. Like 20 seconds. 20 seconds. You can use this exercise as melee. Yeah, that's what I was planning. Good call. Come on, you fat bastard. He spawned inside of me. That was not good. Okay. Christmas. Nothing. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's put you in here then. Louis. Okay. Good enough. Okay, so our other one should be... Oh, he's coming up. Okay. Interesting. And he's then thrown Christmas star. He's over there. How does this guy have the run of the place? Seriously.
Oh. Just an apology would be nice.
Don't mind me.
He's not swayed by coins.
And now some joker is throwing random stuff around.
Okay.
Wow, a bodyguard.
Nothing that a blowtorch couldn't fix.
Nothing that a blowtorch couldn't fix? Oh, wow. What are you doing here, man? You have an all stage back pass. Okay. So he isn't swayed by or lured by coins, I guess. Where does he go? Oh, is he going in the back there? That could be handy dandy. Oh, you see, he does. Oh, he goes in here. That's good. Okay. Rise, motherfucker.
Both targets are down. Great work. Now head towards an exit.
Now we'll just get the fuck out of there. You could work your way up, but yeah. And we're an outfit. Oh, they all never like me. Okay, so I'll go out this exit. That's not an exit. Crap. Why is this not an exit? Oh well. Go around here then. Wait. Santa exit. Oh boy. Really? Really? You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Okay, we gotta go back up. Okay. Whatever.
Shardy_waffles_ just redeemed sad bone.
It is what it is. Give me your outfit, fat man.
Winning.
Thank you. 6 seconds, even with my running around to get to the exit again. I guess manga did the same. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I see some spots where I could shave off time. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Otherwise, I'll just pick one at random again. Bending. See. So many birds. Okay. Search. So many birds. Oops. What? Birds. What's it here? So many birds. Or 7 bird paintings. Oh. First painting will be behind the first target. The bird is wearing a black hat with black glasses. The second and third painting will be close to the second and third targets. And is this to get the Easter egg exit, the ET exit? There's a climbing spot on the container behind its 2 guard targets. Climb will be from the 4th painting. 4 birds on top of each other. Climb a ladder. 5th target. Last 2 will be in the room above the 6th with an exclamation mark on the head. 7th bird with no fishing board. Oh my god. I'm getting a headache. You can skip the challenge. Oh, okay. To get a concrete ornithology. Okay. I don't... No lead. Okay. So is that a... What kind of challenge is that then? Maybe I already did that. Hold my hair, piano, golden boost. Oh, here. Yeah, I already did that one. Okay, so I don't have to do the challenge. Cool. I've already done it. Yeah, so many birds. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's delivery driver. Gotta do a little transaction of my own. Okay, to Club Hulle. That's how you say that, by the way, Hulle. Ronald, where the fuck is he? Let's start over here. Get ourselves a Krugi, ripped for her pleasure, and go from there. We'll see. Oh, is the secret exit the one with the eggs? You have to throw in the pan of the bird paintings. Is that the exit for the ET?
Maybe. I got a ticket in my locker, but I don't want to blow it during a lull.
Hey, did he call again?
Okay. Put you in there. Maybe I'll pick up the keys. Oh. Let's do that the other way around, shall we? Or no. Let's start in the front. Then I can take... Can I take a briefcase with a gun? Because I don't really need much more. The smooth war. Turn on some lights here. I don't know how dark I am, by the way, right now. It's getting a bit darkish. Oh. Getting flashbanged by my own LED lights. There we go. Okay.
Weird.
Is it possible to get over here? No. Okay, you gotta get in. There's room for everybody down here, sir. No, there isn't. Oh, it's you, huh?
See what the hell that was? Sure.
Why are you sending her? Bastards. Bonk. Oh, now one of the guards is going, right? Oh, bugger.
Sorry, sir. Got orders. Can't let you through.
Sorry, sir. Got orders. Any which way, right? Yeah.
I wonder what that was.
Okay.
Hey, welcome to the...
Hey, did he call again? Yeah, not like that. Just waiting.
There we go. There we go. Thank you. Man, you can shave off a lot of time if the girl comes first, but yeah. Let's see, replan. Let's think about this. Why? That's a bit of an annoyance that I can't do that, but if I don't take a durian, but I take like tools. No. The poison egg. Let's try this.
You don't need a roommate, do you? You're looking for a place? Yeah, I've been couch surfing, but I'm sick of moving around.
I might be able to.
What? Where did that come from?
Oh, crap! We got some violent jackass knocking people down.
Contact! Dismount!
Why didn't they fall asleep? They're supposed to fall asleep from the egg, right? What was that? Egg didn't reach them? What?
Hey, you don't need a roommate, do you?
You looking for a place?
Yeah. Hey! You can't throw that! Oh, come on. I knew something was up with today, didn't I? This is the freakiest accident.
I wanted to throw it at her, but yeah. It's somehow locked onto the guy's head. Maybe I should have just shot him, threw it at the girl, and then be done with that. Oh, let's not take it out just yet. I'm amazed that it doesn't like.
Huh? Pick that up.
Oh, God.
Okay. Like this, just in case. Where's the dude that normally walks here? Oh, he's over there. Crap. Maybe I can knock him out. Somehow. Oh, wrong way. This way. No, that way. This is gotta be a lot faster than what I was doing before, so.
Sir, don't throw stuff around.
No way.
Okay. Why don't I just do this? Get this one. Can't. crap. Why the hell do I keep missing? What kind of an idiot am I? I used to play Quake at a decent level. And now I can't even hit simple targets. What the fuck, man? So stupid.
Shardy_waffles_ just redeemed saffron bone.
Let's walk past this side so I can pick up the thing so I can knock him out. So he doesn't turn around and see the dude.
Look at all this construction gear. This stuff ain't cheap. You think it's broke, huh? Dug himself into a hole. Let him get away.
Got him. Okay.
Hey, need to call again. Yeah, it's fine.
There we go. That should have saved a lot of time. Just a minute, I think. Thank you, Jordy. Ha! Number 1. Eat it. Argus and 207. Really Argus? No. Got you there, Shardy. Yeah, that's not Argus. Wonder why that shows up like this, or does have Argus has multiple things. Cool. What time is it? 10:05. Okay. I don't think I have too much time left. Because my wife will be messaging me soon to pick her up. Let's see. She hasn't messaged me yet, so okay. Okay, you get one more. Cool. Let's copy that from the back. That's usually better. Let's see. No. Game modes, contracts, look up. There we go. Let's go. Dubai Versatile. Okay. You're a versatile assassin. Fiberwire, accident, drowning, pistol, and poison. Okay. Here we go. Fiberwire. Unless there's one on the map. Melee. Take a Fiberwire. And then accident. Okay. Drowning. So I probably need some... Ooh. Pistol. I can get his pistol, maybe. And he's got to be a poison of any kind. So, poisons. Let's take a lethal. Okay. Fiberwire accident. So he is the propane kaboom. Drowning. So I need to make him sick. So that means I gotta smuggle something like here. Gotta go to the kitchen anyway, but yeah, I'm starting. Good question, where am I starting? Let's start in the start over here. No. Like that. Maybe I need to bring the durian, but yeah, we'll see. Okay.
Welcome to the barge, Al-Ghazali.
Welcome to the barge, Al-Ghazali. Let's go here. Let's go pick up the seeker. Hello. Hi. Hello.
Good to see you. How lovely to see so many
We're all over there. Okay.
familiar faces here today.
Let me see. He needs to drown probably. Poison.
And as all of you know, I am from one of the less privileged sides of the respectable Al-Ghazali family.
Crap.
Small loan from my father.
Think about you later.
Oh, you're here! How wonderful! You know, I didn't think you'd come after your tragic.
I would like to thank
Didn't think you'd come after your tragic loss.
Wow, that's a good look on you.
Huh.
Okay. I've got your outfit now. Drag you in here. Hopefully she won't see that. Da 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 da. See, the music has a bit of Indiana Jones vibes. What do you have? Nothing. Okay, so can I like... Oh, my wife is messaging me. I think I gotta pick her up in a few minutes. Meme Parma, okay. I gotta pick up my wife, so I don't really have time. Let's see, what is your thing? Where are you? Oh, you're the accident? Right. Let's see, where is he going? He's going upstairs. I can't get you here because you're the big badaboom. What is your thing? Accident drowning. He's going upstairs, okay.
This is gonna make look really bad.
I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Don't worry. The colleague is also out there with me.
But this is awful. I mean, I'm in my boxers and you are a woman.
Okay. Oh, right. Where did the... Oh, he's over there puking. Okay, so...
Move to our strong position.
Why is he coming after me? Oh, he went over here, yeah, so that would work out timing-wise. Why was he suddenly against me? Yeah, I don't have time to, like, redo this. So, sorry about that. I gotta pick up my wife at my in-laws. So, I will do this next time. Maybe Monday. I have the week off. I have off till January 5th, so I have some time to stream. Let's see, Monday. Maybe. Depends. Just keep it open and we'll see. let's see who is live. Let's go see. See you next time. Well, thank you for being here, everybody. So yeah, this is my stuff. Go follow me there, and I'll go see who is live. Is there anybody we can raid? Oh, Panda is live. Let's go raid Panda Bear. He's playing Hitman, so if you're here for the drops, you can watch him too. And we'll go say hi. And yeah, say hi, Panda. Great. You can. You can like copy and paste this, and we'll go from there. And yeah, if I don't see any of you again, then I hope you'll have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and be safe. Don't blow your fingers off if you're going to fire off some fireworks. And I will see you guys next time. Later.